playing Stellaris, the console edition, which is way behind the actual computer edition, but I don't have a gaming computer at the moment, so this is what we got. We're going to be making humans in space. So first off, we need to name them actually humans. Well, human, then humans for plural. Then probably Homo sapiens for the adjective. I won't be writing a bio because it just takes too much time, and I mean, we're humans, we know what we've done. Let's see, name list. Okay. I really can't wait for Hive Mind to come to this game. It's what I was looking forward to a lot, but apparently they were like, hey, all this DLC that you're buying immediately won't be available till later. Let's look at some of these names, leader names. Oh wow, none of these sound very human. I mean, about as close as I can get. Okay, traits. Well, I believe we're quite wasteful. That's just how it is. I'd also say, you know, well, we have 3 points. I think we're pretty intelligent. We are quick learners. Actually, honestly, deep down, we're slow learners. What would be the last point? Oh, I don't have any trait points. We can be deviants. I mean, we often go against the status quo. It's just how humans are. So I think I'll give us that. But we can be quite charismatic. Oh, perhaps I can't be deviant. Well, I haven't picked one of those yet. So, we will have our leader be a female. Ooh, I like the white suit. You know what, actually, we'll come back to our leader in a minute, because it's better to have your government set up so that it auto-generates the name, because I can never come up with anything that sounds, you know, correct. Starting solar system is going to be the solar system. Okay, yeah, no, not that. There you go. City appearance, mammalian. I'm going to give us materialist. Probably egalitarian and militarist. What's the other options? Xenophobe or xenophile? I mean, we have no actual contact with aliens, so there's not really a way to decide here, so militarist it is. Democratic, military commerce, oligarchy. Yeah, let's just stay with democratic. Now we can go back to, she's commissary general. I'll take it. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the more Asian leader. Turn the button, close the room. There's a room. It's like 6, yeah, with the star map. Just give a random name. Sure, why not? Queen Sima or Jing Sima. I'm terrible at any other language that isn't English, so that's my bad. Okay, now let's pick our civics. Metrocracy is really good. I think I'm probably gonna pick metrocracy. Yep. Nope. Let's see. Having a nationalistic zeal would be pretty good because it increases our border range, gives us more places to go. So, yeah, and with that, Empire name and flag, the Human Free Concordat, the United Human Commissant, Union of Earth, Confederation of Solar, I like that, the Human Coalition, the Republic of Solar, ooh, that's really good. Let's go over to the human symbols. The Earth right there in the center. I like that color of red. Wish they had gold. I mean, kind of, but no, I don't really like that design. Yeah, that's nice. So that's the Republic of Solar. We'll go back to our species, go to the name list, and for the prefix of the ship, it's going to be Solar Republic Ship, SRS. Okay. I mean, we use projectiles and missile-based weapons now. Energy weapons kind of seem out of our field. And if they don't have point defenses, missiles are amazing. They just shred through everything. Ship appearance should already be mammalian. Yep. Okay. Confirm. I'm gonna keep all that, but we're gonna turn Iron Man mode on because that's the only way apparently to get trophies, which I did not know. So, yeah. Let's see how long humans can last in space. Probably not very long. We're gonna die immediately. Especially with me at the helm. In the eons since the first primitive human communities took shape in the meadows and forests of Earth, civilization has spread and prospered. As we advance through the ages, many of our earliest nation-states suffered greatly from the constant power struggles between the military and civilian institutions that governed society. Ain't that the truth? A compromise was reached in a new form of government, where one could not exist without the other. Now, after the discovery of the hyperlane network, the finest mind of the Republic of Solar have finished development for the first hyperdrives. The stars themselves are finally within our grasp. Let's not fuck it up, humans. Okay. Well, first thing we're gonna do is select our space. Yep. Science ship and just back out. Survey system. Get them to work to sciencing it up. Go ahead and unpause the game. Okay. I like the idea of having a physics lab from the other two because energy credits shouldn't be a problem that early on, unless we just screwed by all the other planets. Society research. Increased influence would be nice. Much more than more unity or more society research in the long run. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to increase the influence. And then for engineering, she just lives a really long time. She doesn't really have any specialties in engineering. Fusion missiles might not be bad, but I think ion thrusters. Because that affects ships across the spectrum instead of just the Navy ships.
Situation log updated.
We've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Alpha Centauri system. These strange objects have been flagged as alpha aliens until we can learn more about them. We've already discovered aliens. We haven't even left our solar system and we've discovered aliens. We're already dead. We're already dead. It's gonna take us 8 months to figure out how to speak alien. Okay, let's see. Society. Unrestricted wars. Food stockpiling should be balanced. Yes. Orbital bombardment. Full bombardment. We're humans. We know how to bomb things. A Class 12 asteroid orbits this moon. This small planetoid's orbit appears to be far too stable for its presence to be a natural occurrence. Yep, research it. Resettlement is prohibited. First contact is aggressive. And slavery is prohibited. Yep, slavery has long been outlawed. To advance for that. Although, when Hive Man comes out, I do want to run a hive mind society that enslaves other races. And then makes them more delicious to eat, because apparently that's an option. What was I doing? Let's see. Under people. Species, default rights. In progress condition. Let's give them decent living standards. Come on now. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Greymead. The massive engine sections and braking thrusters can still be found on the surface, although they have long since been rendered inoperable. Whoever did this also mined the asteroid for minerals, but these operations were seemingly abandoned shortly after they began. So you moved an asteroid and then just left it there. Okay, good job. Full military service. But we now know without a doubt that thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. A commendable initiative.
Situation log updated.
Full military service. Colonization is allowed, no population controls. Migration controls enabled? Really? Worlds. No. Once we have more than one world, they're welcome to pick which world they want to live on. Someone may thrive on a world where before they were failing. Keiho Kobayashi, I like your name. Bao Chang, or Bao Chang. I can't say any of these names.
Special project complete.
The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are spaceborne forms of life, quickly named space amoebas, following a tactician's gross misreading of our initial sensor output. The creatures are in fact larger than the average Homo sapien corvette. Creatures display aggressive behavior towards Homo sapien ships, but further study is warranted. For example, we could exercise our martial power by swiftly executing the specimen and then studying its remains. Let's research them.
Situation log updated.
Let's not go killing space organisms immediately, without warrant, at least. Okay, first we are definitely gonna build a mining station here because, you know, energy credits. And while that's underway, see what's going on Earth.
Anomaly found.
Oh, never mind. The barren and lifeless world is showing signs of once supporting a biosphere. That's Mars, isn't it? Yeah, it's Mars. We know this already. We've all seen Star Trek. Terrain details. Industrial wasteland, slums, wasteland, slums, wasteland. Well, this is definitely Earth. Oh look, one plot of land that hasn't been developed. That's nice. I kind of want the energy credits, but since we got some already in space, I think clearing out here so that we can build more mines, because our mineral output is very small. Our detailed survey of Mars has revealed that it may once have supported life in the distant past. There are significant deposits of frozen water at the polar ice caps, and beneath the planet's surface, the existence of valley networks suggests that the water may have once flowed freely. Terraforming this planet would theoretically be possible, but we do not yet possess the technology that can accomplish this monumental task within a realistic time frame. I mean, we have infinity until all humans are wiped from existence, and whoever does that would probably gladly like having a planet that they can live on. That is, saying they live in conditions equal to ours. Okay. Edicts. Edicts. We don't need none of that.
Tile blocker cleared. Construction complete.
Nice. Some more energy credits. I do want that engineering research very badly, but we need minerals to build. Every mineral counts. Ah, Saturn produces energy. Nice. I've heard, and it feels realistically so, that the console edition moves at a much slower speed than the PC version. Like, time takes longer to pass. I guess maybe they were afraid that it would be harder to manage, which could be true, but I think they done pretty good on the UI. Like, everything feels pretty well controlled. A science ship. It was a very just like all over the place scan to get such detailed information.
System survey complete.
Ah, good. Now she or he? Who is leading my science fleet? It is a he. I cannot say that name. Sharya Sharsta? I don't know. These are made up names. We're going to be checking out Barreled Star. See where we are in the great scheme of the universe. Of course, we're near the center. Fitting. Well, while research is going on there, what is our... Oh, construction ship is still working very slowly.
Construction complete.
Ah, fantastic. Let's throw you over here on Triton to start doing some mining. Yes. And while we wait, we can go over to people. And got the default rights. Okay, so I need to go to Cosmo. No.
System
The society?
survey
Yeah.
complete.
Policies. Those have been set. We're good. We just have to explore and expand. That's 2 X's right there. And another survey of a system has been completed. There's just nothing out there. It's just barren. Well, this is a terrible system. We should never go here. Once we get that, I'll probably do a loop around what's already in our area of control. Let's check on our research. 24 months to figure out how to build a better lab, 27 months to figure out how to get more influence, and only 14 months to figure out how to get better thrusters, which is weird since our scientist over society seems to have specialization in coming up with new ways of government.
Complete.
It's just a really hard idea to figure out how people should influence you more. Okay. Yes. Good. Let's let our wonderful amount of minerals build up so that we may craft more and build more. I'm probably going to expand
Anomaly
in.
found.
Efforts to map the surface of this planet has identified a strange mountain formation in the southern hemisphere. It does not appear to have formed naturally. Research it, please. Ah, we can buy a new tradition. I'm very, very split on
Situation
developing.
log updated.
We've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Alpha Centauri system. These strange objects have been flagged as beta aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Let's pause the game real quick. It's either going to be Discovery, Expansion, or Supremacy. I think we have to go with Discovery. It just... Eventually, some of the stuff you get... Like, the recruitment cost is good, the skill level increase is amazing, assisted research increasing planets' happiness is great, gaining recent research points equal to surveys is amazing, so yeah, I think we're just going to have to go with Discovery. So, what is the adoption? Research stations cost less to build. That's really good since we're going to be building two here in our home system. Let's investigate the beta aliens. Oops, I did not mean to do that. And then research the amoebas. Are we seriously already finding alien life this quickly? Yeah, get out of here. This is our system. Might be some of those mining drones or some crystals or something, but they didn't attempt to attack, which is usually what happens. So we might have neighbors immediately, which can either be a fantastic thing or a terrible thing. For them or us. We'll find out shortly. What we previously thought to be assorted mountains in the southern hemisphere of Alpha Centauri 4 have been identified as the massive skeletal remains of a single colossal alien life form. We don't have that DLC yet. The bones have been dated as 3.4 billion years old, but our scientists have ruled out the Alpha Centauri 4 could supported life on that scale at any point in the planet's history. Science Officer Shastri has prepared a special research project to delve further into this mystery.
Situation log
Fascinating.
updated.
More stuff for our scientists to investigate. Look at what is our science level at? 2. So he's going to have to develop slightly ahead of where he's at now.
System survey complete.
And there we go. And he completed the survey. Fantastic. Cannot complete step 2 until step 1 is done. Done that. System survey. Just giant hook around all the area we currently control. Try and get a feel of what's out there. And then we will go from there. Perhaps even building a second science ship and sending them in alternate directions. So while he's doing that, let's get a good look. 2 months to figure out what the beta aliens are, and hopefully that they're friendly. And then the space amoeba observation will end in 14 after that, which is going to way put back our society research, but we need to know these things. We'll have new thrusters in 2 months. I think I might go ahead, have our construction ship.
Special project complete.
The spaceborne life forms which the Homo sapien head of society research has come to refer as the Tinyanki are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It's highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack even when provoked. They can safely be ignored. Hunting them would be at a net loss anyway. Okay, so they're some kind of dimension hoppers. And not an intelligent species bent on destroying humans before we even start. Fantastic.
Research complete.
Aha. These electric thrusters use beams of ions to generate thrust without the need of a propellant. Let's see. She just lives a long time, no specialization. Let's research powered exoskeletons. It increases how many minerals we get. Should we decide to get into a war, we'll do a little bit more damage.
Special project complete.
After continued study of the massive skeletal remains found on Alpha Centauri 4, scientist Sir Shastri has concluded that these creatures served as some kind of organic starship. Much smaller bones from at least 3 separate species were found within the larger skeleton, and we assume these came from the members of the crew. For unknown reasons, the organic starship suffered catastrophic damage and crash-landed on Alpha Centauri 4. While we cannot begin to understand the biological engineering necessary to grow a starship like this, the study of these bones alone has substantially advanced our knowledge. Well, that's good to hear, but how do you know it was a starship? Maybe it was just something really big that ate a lot of species, but they were able to survive within it, while it slowly fed on their souls or something. Who knows? Anyway. Go ahead, go to Mercury, learn some engineering. Go to Greymead, learn some engineering, and that is going to kill all of our minerals for a while. But the output will be necessary. Engineering will go so much faster. And it looks like we've got a good amount of society research here in Alpha Centauri. Quite a lot, actually. It's very bothersome, though, that we don't have a lot of reserves of other necessary sources, since Bernard's star came up short. There's nothing even in there. Look at this. This is horrible. Like, terrible. It's like the long road to a destination you need to get to. There's just nothing there. Just empty fields that can even grow anything. You're a terrible star. I don't like you. We do have a habitable planet in Alpha Centauri, which would be Alpha Centauri 2. Take a look at this planet. Well, it's got toxic kelp, an active volcano, super dense jungles, a mountain range, and some kind of alien skag goblin dog. Sounds dangerous. For resources, it's got a lot of energy credits. New faction has recently been gaining traction in the internal political landscape of the Republic of Solar, led by scientist Kobayashi. They call themselves the True Democracy Committee. Their members work for equality and justice for all denizens of our empire. Ugh. It is really hard to talk early in the morning. A disgruntled faction will be a source of trouble, but one that approves of the government's actions could prove useful. Yes. Well, to combat any... Well, let's see how much... Right now they're at 65%, and we're getting a good addition of influence from them. But still, I would rather be certain...
Research complete.
We're going to build a mining network here, just to increase our minerals, because we need more minerals. Why are people unhappy? What is wrong with you people? Our physics research is complete. Ooh, assisted research. That's good. But this early on, I don't know, especially with fusion power as a option. Because I feel like it'd be pointless just to make a scientist, just to throw them. Well...
System survey complete.
Oh, this is tough. I think I'm going to have to go with the data uplinks. Because eventually, I may just move scientists out of research to go exploring, hire more specialized scientists for research, and hire additional specialized scientists for research, and attach them to the planet. The Space Anebas, the name that struck as the pronunciation of the proper xenotaxonomic denominator, is too unwieldy for the average human. Are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are I'm just going to stop talking. Accompanied by quasi-independent flagella, Organisms spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding of their host. These flagella are capable of manipulating and even attacking objects in an impressive yet restricted range around the host, periodically returning to lodge inside the host amoeba's body for reprogramming. There are potential military applications of the graceful patterns of circulation apparent to the flagella's movement. Cosmic ray crystal modifier added, giving the following effects: plus 5% energy credits. Good. Since energy credits also somehow count as money in this game. Yeah. I'm getting more research. Let me check on Earth. And let's make this land of opportunity, re-education, infrastructure. I don't have the propaganda researched yet because other things for them to research keep popping up. This is sad. They're still 21 months away from unlocking propaganda.
Complete.
This hurts me. Hurts me in so many ways. Good news is engineering is getting a drastic output. A small rectangular object on the surface of this planet is deflecting all scanning beams like a mirror. Our sensors are unable to determine if it's its material composition. Research it. Unless I just have a high chance of losing the scientist or their ship or both. I usually am just not going to turn away from a chance to research something. So much to learn out there.
Construction complete.
Ah, fantastic. What are our minerals at? You could... How long until... Yeah, I think we're going to move you out here. It's going to cost a... While conducting service scans of Therid 1 Science Officer Shastri, I do not know how to say that name, and the crew of the SRS Cortez discovered what appeared to be an artificially carved slab of rock covered in alien writing. They have not detected any other signs of alien activity on the planet, and exactly how this mural came to be here is a mystery. We have prepared a special project to translate the text. All good, more time that my scientists can understand how to increase influence and happiness. Anyway, construction ship. It's going to cost less minerals, actually, just due to the discovery tradition. So glad I went there. But the output will be worth it, especially since my scientist is extremely busy all the time translating. Oh wait, no, that's an active project. Pause. Research project. Survey system. So on and so forth until we've hooked back around. For the moment, we're still alone in the galaxy, which is not technically a bad thing. The True Democracy Committee seems at least slightly happy with me. That's always a good thing. Please, please finish the planetary unification survey. Please. Dear Lord, for such a small amount of computer research necessary, it is going to take quite a while to learn how to do databank uplinks. I do really need better scientists. I could just take a look at what are available. An eager, spark genius, rocket expert, and an industry expert. And who's leading engineering currently? Someone who's going to live a very long time, Kobayashi. She's also head of that faction don't think it would make her angry to be like, hey, go out into space. But it might. Well, what is she currently researching? Something that has industry, so I think I'm gonna
Special
do.
project complete.
Our science officer has managed to partially translate the alien mural discovered on Thrad 1. It is a memorial for an extinct alien race that once maintained a small interstellar empire in this region of the galaxy. They were apparently exterminated by the creators of the mural, a fact they seem to regret. Given that the mural has been dated to be in excess of 300 million years old, it is likely that the creators are also extinct by now. Perhaps most interesting of all is that the material that the mural was made of, despite its age, is in remarkably good condition. She gets 200 experience and we gain 80 research. Engineering research, to be exact. It's not bad. And we have 187 minerals for the moment. So let's go to Earth, go to the spaceport, and build a new science ship. And then I will put Miss Kobayashi on the science ship and send her out into space. While we assign a new,
Research
more
complete.
fit for the goal scientist to her station. And there is the powered exoskeletons. Nice. I think we will go with the geothermal fracking. Just because I plan on getting a Master of Industry. Who leveled up? Ah, our science officer. He's doing quite well. One month, finally. As per Commissioner General Jing Shima's mandate, additional research stations have been constructed. I forgot to even check in on that, so I'm glad it worked out in our favor. Humans forgetting to do important things.
Research complete.
Just a dot in the galaxy at the moment.
System survey complete.
Planetary unification is complete. And then we get a bunch of biosciences and military ideals. Something that he has no idea how to do. Frequency tuning unlocks the energy siphon. Siphoning energy from gaseous matter is possible to construct weapons draining energy from enemy ships. That's impressive, but altogether useless? I mean, I guess just to get it out of here. Might be useful, I don't know. Need a heavily energy-based ship. And, you know, there you go. What do we want? Anomaly fail risk, yes, and discovery increase, please. Thank you.
System
To boldly
survey
go.
complete.
There's the oh yes, the science ship is indeed
Construction
constructed. This is the SRS Scout. And we're going to recruit a leader. Where's Miss Kobayashi? Yes. I'm aware. Well, since we've already opened up this pathway, we're going to survey this away. Get a better angle. This is a very long path I'm building her. Shouldn't even have to survey that last one though, so that's a good thing. Now let's go here. Assign a scientist, recruit a new leader, and our industry expert. There we go. Now we have someone who has, you know, a good foothold in the area of research he's doing. And we have a new scientist to go out and study the world. Well, the world, I say. The galaxy. That's a nice cluster of stars
Anomaly
there.
found.
Ooh. A small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will soon result in a collision with its primary. I'm pretty sure that unlocks the watch the moon smash into the planet. So as a forethought, I will move them here. I could be wrong, in which case this is all pointless, but I'd rather be wrong and, you know, no consequence than be correct. Or, no, I said that backwards. I'd rather be correct. The toxic and lifeless world appeared to once be inhabited by a moderately advanced pre-space civilization. Ruins of the city are still strewn across the surface. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with researching that. When the mini-moon circling Saturn 3 has a terminal orbit, it will soon collide with the gas giant, and what is sure to become a massive impact event. The event has been millions of years in the making, and startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late. Wait, I'm thinking of the drilling thing. I am so wrong. I am all kinds of wrong. Which, you know, happens. She'll be coming back through there, so we can just skip over that all together. So that Kobayashi can come through. And then let's go ahead and move our construction ship back. That was my bad. I was wrong. It's the engineering drill thing that I'm thinking of. Take a look at Earth. Let's clear some of this junk off our planet. There's evidence that the current climate of Earth 2 is the cause of a runaway greenhouse effect triggered by the massive amounts of pollutions. The oceans have bowled away, and the planet is permanently enclosed in a dense cloud layer due to the thick atmosphere. Scattered ruins from the indigenous civilization can still be found on the surface, suggesting an overpopulated culture that perished in the mid to late stages of an industrial age. That could have been us at one point. What a waste. Let's see.
Research complete.
Ah, now the ability to mine has increased. Fantastic. Ooh, robot workers. That is highly tempting. They have extreme habitability. They just kind of don't put out anything other than minerals. Or I could just increase my engineering sciences. Or mineral processing wouldn't be bad, but I think I'm going to increase my engineering science output, or the ability to increase it at least. Have 2 science ships. One is recording a moon flying into a planet. Don't know if that's just the end of the moon or the end of the planet, or both. I mean, it's a gas giant. I don't think gas giants have any physicality to them. We're successful in our attempt to record the collision between Star Strato 3 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Shastri were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Yes. Yes, all the physics research. Because there's just not a lot of that in our systems at the moment. I see 3 and 2, and they are in a very far away place. And Kobayashi is leveled up. Getting smarter, good. I need to increase my border just a little bit. Oh yes, I actually forgot about something. Earth. Planet.
System survey complete.
Propaganda broadcast. Earth is a good place to live. You're on Earth, so you're living good.
System survey complete.
Happiness increase, please. I want the factions to like me, which will just pay dividends back on what I just spent. We're going to turn this into a hydroponics farm. I know I'm going to lose a mineral that way, but, I mean, we're about to be making a lot of minerals right now. It's going to cost me a lot of minerals, but worth it in the end. Yeah, keep an eye on my energy credits. I actually wouldn't mind having an upgrade of power plants now. Data uplinks is complete. Oof. Lets me build energy grid. Research speed increases even better though. That just affects all sciences everywhere. I'm gonna get through that unnecessary frequency tuning. An unusually deliberate geometric configuration of minerals drift throughout the debris belt of LV-3427 and is possibly of alien origin. Research it. Engineering, just 19%. I'm getting 16. Engineering, science. It's so good. We can build it. We just can't figure out how it flies. This is the unfortunate situation we're currently in. I feel like I picked the wrong thing. I should have started humans in a world humans really didn't start on, because the pickings are just so bare. Despite the toxic content and high pressure of the moon's atmosphere, strong life signs have been detected coming from its surface. Actual what? Mineral construct, for lack of a better term, a room made out of the same type of minerals in common use in the Republic of Solar. The construct is a hollow... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce what type of shape that is. Resonance scans indicate that it is mostly hollow and was likely inhabited at some point in time. Unlike its pristine exterior, the interior is in complete disarray, possibly the result of an intentional act of sabotage. My bad. Science Officer Shastri reports that this makes it difficult to learn anything of value from the construct's insides, but stresses that the engineering techniques involved in creating the outer shell, eminently capable of withstanding the stresses of deep space, must have been tremendously advanced. I will take all of that information and then some. Thank you. Thank you, Space Room. You have made us better. I'm sorry for whatever horrors you once held. Welcome to politics. So the people of Earth are much happier, but that didn't seem to really increase my faction's thoughts of me. I could embrace them.
System survey
They'd
complete.
have plus 20% happiness, but it'd cost so much. Although toxic to most forms of life, Demiris 4A supports a thriving ecology within the high pressure of the atmosphere. Life here uses ammonia instead of water as a solvent, and is developed in ways that differ significantly from previously established ecological models. Its study would greatly benefit our knowledge of xenobiology. Is that in the situation log? No, okay. Let me go back to my faction.
Situation log updated.
Or not. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in the Obtelius system. These strange objects have been flagged as gamma aliens until we can learn more about them. We should proceed with caution. Well, they're not firing on us, so that's a good thing. 5 months. Now let's see. I can embrace them. How long does that last? 120 months? 120 months. That's 10 years. And I mean, they could end up paying back.
Research complete.
I guess it's probably best just to embrace them. You have okay, I'm gonna have to pause and just handle everything that popped up at once. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Sirius 2. Our scientists think they inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago. Based on the age of the artifacts, these aliens call themselves the Hyut and appear to have been very large and flat arthropod analogs. It seems to be a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult. It was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Hyurts to travel about the same starship. I would imagine with that much length,
Situation log updated.
planet must be huge. Inactive civics. Yes, good. More civics. Wait. Is some degree of militarist? I am militarist. Well, that just breaks my heart. Apparently, I lost my militarist ideas whenever I embraced them. Of course. I'll just increase my unity. Oh, I can't even do it. I gotta wait 11 years. Well, this is just pointless. I believe I've already fucked up. Increase armor. At least I didn't fuck up with any aliens at our doorsteps until we finished that research and realized there are aliens at our doorsteps. Our space doorsteps. Unpause. We must wait at least 11 years. That's like 11 years from now. Our humans are gonna be dead by then because of my screw up. Just trying to make them happy to get more influence in the long run, and I have screwed myself over.
Special project complete.
After successfully translating their language, we have established a communication with the regime of Zania. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities have been terminated. Excellent. Ooh, quite dragonous looking. Alien creatures. I speak on behalf of Grand Marshal Drake Alenex, the undisputed ruler of the regime of Zania. Zania? Respect our borders and keep out of Dima Exalian affairs. Perhaps our mighty fleets will refrain from visiting your wretched worlds. We all have much to gain from this encounter. Yes. We are not alone in the galaxy, and they're right on our doorstep. I don't like this at all. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to, guarantee their independence so that we can pass through their space. Contacts. Guarantee independence. Will cost us influence, but maybe they'll be okay with us passing through. Ah, Sirius is so good. It's got minerals, it's got a habitable planet. Now I'm gonna need Sirius, and it's right there on their doorstep, and they're gonna be like, oh hey, Sirius is so good, we're just gonna claim it, not care that we're sinking ourselves into an influence debt. Because we're AI aliens. This is not how I wanted this to go. And now we have a campaign to elect a new leader.
System survey.
I will just let it play out as it's going to play out, because it could literally be anybody. Except for Kobayashi.
Research complete. Situation log updated.
More aliens. We've encountered some form of alien vessel in the Yet Barista system. These strange aliens have been flagged as Delta aliens. Now we can learn more about them. Okay, let's just pause. Ah yes, more bureaucracy. That's what humans need. And now let's take care of this whole alien issue. Oh, there's so much research out this way too. Oh, it's not bad. Oh, I'm tempted to do something stupid. I probably am going to do something stupid.
Situation log updated.
Okay, well now we have to deal with the ramifications of her being elected. Oh no, assigned scientist. Recruit new leader. The research speed is increased. Or I could get someone who has expertise in field manipulation. I think just a spark of genius would be good. The younger Anne McCreary. Just because she'll probably live longer. Not because she's prettier. Because that's not how we work here. What was I going to do? I was going to do a thing. Oh yes, leaders. Situation log.
Construction complete.
His mandate is to have more stations built, research stations built. Well, we will get right on that. As we build a frontier outpost.
Special project complete.
Successfully translating their language, we have established communications with the Quipulsi commonality. Oh, these words are not even words. Diplomatic channels are now open and all hostilities have been terminated. We agree in some degree at least. Well met, friends. We are the Qualpulusi commonality, nation built on the principles of peaceful coexistence and individual freedoms. Prime Minister Jargim Din Varthrag, the current head of our government, has expressed a sincere hope for a lasting friendship between our two people. Why can't this be like Star Trek and they explain it to me? Why can't they say it so I can hear it and then repeat it back? Yes, we pursue true equality. Do not stand in our way. I'm sure that'll be a peaceful encounter. So we have possible alien friends. A non-aggression pact right out the gate. Yes, agree. 100% agree. I don't like our other neighbors. I don't trust them very much. To the point I'm almost going to build a military station in Avalam, Sirius, and Bernard Star. Just to be safe. For the moment though, I'm trying to expand outward. Pick up some of this nice research, although I'm probably not going to be able to get to Demiris, unfortunately, because it's so close to them. I might be able to if I move quickly enough, but I also don't want to just rip apart all of my current influence. Has it been 11 years yet? It's only been a year. By the time I even get to it though, my embracing of their ideals will have been gone and we'll be able to use it again, so get my construction ship to finish up building our outpost and see what that will get us in the terms of planets and researchable areas, and then I'll probably end the stream there. Need a Stellaris dictionary for how some of these names are pronounced. Even the human names are impossible to name, except Anne McCreary. That's the only name I've been able to say properly. I'm probably even pronouncing it wrong, knowing me. Quite the situation we have here of slowly waiting. Slowly waiting for things to be completed. They really do need to update this with an even higher speed progression. I do have my science ship in there. Ooh, they seem to be extending backwards. Throughout our surveys of habitable worlds, our biology have collected a vast amount of data of alien life forms. Many of our older theories on the development of life have been disproved, and our scientific community has to build new models from scratch. That's a good thing. Being proven wrong just means you've got more to learn. Our most interesting findings are being displayed at the newly dedicated Museum of Exobiology on Earth. The public is enthralled, and many donations have come into aid in the continued search for strange life forms. I would donate if there was such a thing. I'd also donate to get my civics back. I can't believe I messed up. I broke our government. I see why politicians always complain. It is very easy to break your government.
System survey complete. System survey complete.
Ah, yes, good. I am not drawing in any more energy credits. This is a problem. Technology. Let's go to Earth. Earth has all the answers. Well, once this pop finishes growing, then I can build another energy facility there. Should deal with some of this. Yep, there's the issue. And unfortunately, I was unable to grasp the one place that has energy credits. However, we now know how to build better armor. I think the robot pop is probably what we're going to do next. Having robot workers would be so good. I'm going to have to dig us out of this energy crisis. There's an energy crisis on Earth, and it's my fault. Let's go ahead and get that power plant under construction. Well, I've really screwed things up, energy-wise, until, you know, I find more available resources. Either way, that's where we're going to end it here. Thank you to everyone who came out, and we'll deal with that new tradition later, and hopefully humanities will not only survive space, but thrive, and maybe even conquer a little bit.